When I was 1 year old, I gained the greatest accolade of my whole entire life. If you were to say cutest baby in Winnebago County, you would be wrong. I was, in fact, second runner-up. But that did lead me to experience another great accolade, which I still carry to this day, being an older sister. At birth, my brother weighed a mere 5 pounds. Tiny and fragile, he entered this earth. And little did I know that this tiny little human would become my greatest friend and my biggest confidant. We have gone through all stages of life together. I remember him being at my first practices, my first day of school. Anything I did, he did as well. We, of course, like all siblings, had our fair share of fights, many of them being quite loud, much to my parents' dismay. But all these experiences taught me so many crucial lessons that I've carried with me all throughout my life. Compassion, cooperation, empathy. I think of these memories and these moments in my life as something that has made me who I am today and who I want to be in the future. Therefore, statistics that I'm about to read to you concern me. 41% of Americans feel like they don't have a connection with their sibling. 37% feeling like they somewhat have a connection. These statistics become even more alarming when you consider that only 1 in 4 Americans feel like they have someone to confide in for their deepest troubles. And I want to find a solution to this, and I want to look back at our first relationships that we hold, our familiar relationships, specifically our sibling relationships. Unlike friendships or relationships, sibling relationships tend to have sibling relationships tend to be broken due to a lack of communication and trust. Because we believe that we're held by blood and family connections, we believe we don't put in as much time as to other relationships. Therefore, our relationships with our siblings decrease over time, and we don't feel as strong as a connection to them. However, I believe we should try to find a way to change this, because our siblings have been through us throughout our whole lives. They are our mirrors and our anchors, and they're the longest held relationships in everyone's lives. Therefore, we should try to find a way to hold these connections, and I want to look at specifically what we can do to help strengthen them. I want to first look back at what you can do in the family dynamic. Parents can focus on having students cooperate with one another rather than competing, as cooperation leads to stronger social skills rather than competition, which could lead to resentment over time. But as we get older, the duty becomes upon us to figure out how we want to lead our sibling relationships. And we can do that through communication, trust, and belief in others in their success. Sorry. I believe that it's important that we all try to maintain our sibling connections. We can build stronger connections and build better safety nets for ourselves. Imagine if we all try to work with our siblings and create better connections with the people around us. We can create stronger support systems to help us when in need. We can allow ourselves to learn new lessons that can be used in other relationships, and we can also find identity rooted in ourselves and our identity with the people we've known for the longest time. Therefore, I encourage you all, if you have a sibling, to either if you talk to them today or you haven't had a conversation with them, I would suggest you call them today and build a stronger relationship. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samya. Now we will allow for a quick 5-minute intermission.